My name's Ellie Hoffmeyer.
I want to feel happy like I was back then.
I'm just playing with me and a guitar for the most part. Um, I would say it's, I guess, indie rock with it's got some soul influences and some country western influences. I've played in coffee shops and I've played in wineries, but I've also played at Gabe's and Blue Moose and um, I'd like to do more house shows. We did a house show here. Um, yeah, so I get around to lots of various spots, and I really don't have a preference. I'll play anywhere. Ask me to do it anywhere, and I'll do it. Iowa City is the best. I love Iowa City. I think the size of it is great because you really sort of get to know a community, and especially when you narrow it down to more of the ethnographic music scene. It's a pretty tight knit group of people, and you continue to meet new people all the time. But a lot of times it's you're seeing the same people over and over again, and just getting closer and closer to them. And it was just so nice. I don't really personally have much of an interest in being famous or anything. I would love to be a full-time professional musician, which for me that would be making it big. But I just see how straining and hard it can be, especially with performing with these local artists and they're going on tour, and just hearing about how difficult going on tour can be, and running out of money and a car breaks down. And so yeah, I'm not really that concerned with um, infamousy or anything, but it would be cool to make money performing. But if I don't, I love doing it anyways, and I like connecting with people with it, and that's the most important part for me. I just love to perform in front of people. It makes me feel good, and I like writing music that people can relate to. So as long as I'm doing that, I won't be too stressed about it. Hell yeah.
All right, cool.
Woo!
My name is Vivian Lee.
Can you lean on your forward arms down lean forward? Beautiful.
I got started in photography in fourth grade. I saved up all my money from Lunar New Year, which is a Vietnamese holiday, and all the kids get these things that are called red pockets, and in the red pockets there's money. So for those 2 years, I'd saved up my red pocket money from the past two New Years, and I bought myself a point and shoot from Sears. It was only maybe $60 or so, and it was really crappy, but I basically carried that camera around with me for my entire childhood up until maybe sixth grade, when I finally got a real camera. But then when I came to the University of Iowa, I started doing photojournalism through the Daily Iowan, and then it led me to Fools magazine. And while I was in Fools, I think I started thinking of photography as more of an artistic field, um, in the sense of moving towards fine art specifically. And it emboldened me to drop my business major and become an art major and arts management major so I could pursue photography. So I think because I've always chosen to take images of people, I'm really drawn to taking images of portraits and human subjects. But I think that this past semester of courses has kind of challenged me to start taking more abstract images, and then also exploring the realm of landscape photography. So I think that Iowa City is very unique because it's a really awesome cross sections with a lot of different art that is drawn here. I think especially with the Writers Workshop, which is world renowned, it brings a lot of people who are really talented here and just stay here, and it has um, a really great community that backs up the writing program. And I think with writing, things kind of follow behind it, which is visual arts, music, and all that jazz. And so I think people are really empowered when they come here because the art scene is already pretty robust. Think that especially with art, it's a thing that a lot of people believe that like anyone can fail at just so easily. And so there is kind of a pressure to do something big in order to prove yourself, in order to prove like all this time and work that you've put in to being worth it, I would say. Because for a lot of people, and especially me, I think I pursued that business degree for a while because I didn't think that it was realistic to be a photographer or to pursue something in the arts. And I think there's just like a lot of pressure there because now that I've like dropped my business degree, I feel like I have to kind of like demonstrate that like this photography thing is at the end going to be like worth it. It's gonna like basically make me money somehow to survive, and it's gonna like make me happy. So it's kind of like scary because I don't know what's gonna happen, honestly.
Start over. Do you want my full name? Sure. Okay, start over. Cut. Casey Garland. I've been drawing ever since I was little, but I first started selling art, I want to say 2 or 3 summers ago when I was super bored and I don't work while I'm at home, so I had to make money somehow. So I tweeted, anyone need a tattoo design, and then that's how it started. I do a lot of pen drawing and tattoo designs, like I said. I make prints out of the pen drawings. And then I also do acrylic paintings when I have the time to like set everything up and do that. Most of them are for classes. Like for my anatomy class, I did a skeletal diagram, and then I did a cardiac one, and now I'm working on a brain diagram just because since I'm in the nursing program, I'm studying and drawing at the same time. Like I said, I follow a lot of tattoo artists. A lot of like smaller local artists too, if they make like super cool prints or antique looking botanical drawings a lot, or anatomy drawings are cool too. There's a lot of local shops like White Rabbit or Maker's Loft now. I just put some stuff in there. Since it's so small, it's kind of easier to get involved and into those shops, and it's not like living in Chicago or anything when it's overwhelming. So I don't think that there's an extreme amount of pressure for my circumstances. Go buy my art at White Rabbit.